Hello and welcome to the first video of our America's 2025 preview series where we're going to cover every team, LTA North and South, alphabetical, so it's just going to be, whatever order, not necessarily all the North, then all the South. First, we have 100 Thieves here. They're ranked 5th going into the season in LTA North. They are actually tied with two other teams. The bottom half of the LTA North um, uh, roster pool pretty close. The last 3 years, 100 Thieves have went to Worlds twice. In 2022, they finished second in both splits. 2023, 5th and 7th, and then in 2024, 4th and 3rd. They do not use championship points in the LCS, so that's why we're not going over it like we did quite the LPL the last 16 videos. This roster, first LCS roster to not get out of play-ins at an international event. They did not get it done at Worlds, simple as that. And it was quite a surprise, to be honest, because it never happened before. Now, something to keep in mind, though, very young solo laners on this team. A very, a brand new 80 carry that they had only been utilizing for a few months. And it was just a really interesting situation to find themselves in, and didn't expect all that much, I guess. Outside of the fact that you expect them to get out of play-ins. Probably should have stayed with Meech, in my opinion, but for some reason something came to a head there, and they allowed Meech to walk, and puzzling to say the least. But the solo laners, a lot of potential there. Sniper, very young, one of the youngest, and if not the youngest top laner in Tier 1 still going into this season. Had a 2 KDA, 49.3 KP, and a 7.4 CS per minute last season. I mean, those numbers are not good, but when you take into account he just turned 18 years old a couple months ago, I mean, shit. Like, he was not only the youngest player in top lane, he might have been the youngest player in Tier 1 Worlds qualifying regions in all of LOL esports. So, you got to take that into account. The hype was there, but people, you have to understand that there are limitations to that hype. Negative 2.1 share differential, 1.26 damage divided by gold. At 15 minutes, down 290 gold. So, not giving 100 Thieves as much damage as they were giving him gold. 2.1% in the negative. Behind 290 gold at 15 minutes. So, getting beat in lane. Every game he went even. There's a game he was beyond 580 gold. 2.3 vision efficiency, 11 champions in 67 games. Vision efficiency, of course. Vision score divided by wards placed. 7th in his role in LTA North based on the stat line. 18 years old. 3 most played champs were Renekton, K'Sante, and Jax, and they accounted for 2/3 of his games played last season. So very, very, centered around those 3. The leader of this team, in my opinion, River in the jungle, an excellent player, deserved to be in the LCK at some point in his career. I don't think he even played in there at all. I know he played in Japan and kicked around in the PCS. I don't know if he ever got a chance in the LCK, but he could have made a career there if somebody gave him a chance. Ever since his PSG days, he just kind of turned that into a solid LCS career where he's always upper half jungler and does a great job and can offer very big carry performances, and he did with 100 Thieves last season at times. 2.8 KDA, 72.8 KP, 6.1 CS per minute, negative 1.4 share differential, so more efficient for his team than Sniper. 1.31 damage divided by gold, another indicator of that, and the 73 KP. I mean, hell, he's getting around the rift making things happen. Up 75 gold at 15 minutes, 3.49 vision efficiency. 25 champions in 67 games, a crazy champion pool out of River. We saw Kane, Ashako last season. 5th in his role, 25 years old. Lilia, Vi, and Zyra, 27% of his champion pool. So very wide champion pool. I mean, 27% is very, very low. Very different than his top laner. In mid, we have Quid, a very good player, a young player that I think is only going to get better, and this World's experience is going to be huge for him as well as Sniper. I think that Quid can come into the LCS and be the best mid laner in the LCS outright this season. I think he has always had that potential to be that good, even when he was on Gen G Challenger. a few years back, and I'd identified him on my prospects list, and finally got an opportunity in 2023, and then all of last season. 3.6 KDA, 65 1 KP, and 9.5 CS per minute. He was given the farm and the resources and repaid the favor. 5.2 positive share differential. So he gave them what they asked for. Had a 1.73 damage divided by gold. At 15 minutes, though, was behind 65 gold. So not dominating the laning phase, getting most of those resources in the mid to late game. 3 vision score per ward place, played 24 champions in 67 games. Ranked second in his role based on last season's stats. Is 20 years old. Yone, Zeri, and Azir were 33% of his champion pool. 80 carry FBI. FBI rejoins the team after spending some time away with NRG, obviously going on a great run in 2023, but returning to 100T. Solid 80 carry in the LCS. I mean, I have him ranked 4th, and that's pretty accurate in my opinion. He's not going to blow you away, but also he doesn't int his face off. 3.9 KDA, 71.2 KP, and 8.2 CS per minute. Plays a very diverse champion pool in the bot lane. Will offer those Senna and Seraphine games and those angles more so than other 80 carries. Jhin as well, something that he can play decently. 5.8 share differential, so let's just do the math here. We got 11, 3.5. So 0.7 in the positive department for share differential. So this team, at least these 2 carries, could hypothetically carry this team again. 1.73 ROI, down 165 gold at 15 minutes. So even doing that math, though, it gets kind of ugly. 130. They're behind 420 gold on average at 15 minutes. So this team will need to play better in the laning phase than it did last year. Individually, of course, FBI not a part of this team, and them using a different 80 carry, but nevertheless, take that into account. 2.31 vision efficiency, 13 champions in 44 games with NRG. 4th in his role, 25 years old. Senna, Jhin, and Smolder, just under half of his games. And then who I'd say is probably the worst player on the roster is Isla. Although he's also 7th in his role, like Sniper, Isla I don't feel like has that next gear. Sniper has like all this potential where Isla's already 25 years old. I don't see him getting much better with time. I think he's playing alongside FBI because they want an OS duo together. I would rather just brought Huhi back again, which could have been a thing, but it didn't happen. So Isla, 3.1 KDA, 72.2 KP, so active alongside River, getting around the Rift. Negative 6.8 share differential, 0.73 damage divided by gold, very standard for a support. 25 gold ahead, 2.01 vision efficiency, is more efficient than a lot of supports. We saw the LPL. There might have only been a couple supports that even had 2 vision efficiency. 17 champions in 67 games, ranked 7th off of this stat line. 25 years old. Nautilus, Rel, and Leona, 55% of his games. Coach is Golden Glue. Golden Glue, a longtime player, especially in the academy system. Coach in the academy system for a few years, and last year made his debut as a head coach in the LCS. Went 13-8 in the regular season for a 62% win rate. 13-17 in the playoffs for a 43% win rate, and 3-4 in play-ins for a 43% win rate. So hopefully this team steps it up and does better this season than they did last year. Getting out of play-ins would be a big plus. Having them ranked 5th, though, right now, statistically, they wouldn't be projected to be there, but, I expect Quid to be better. I expect Sniper to be better. Ranked 7th, I think he's better than the 7th rated top laner with growth. And that's something to think about. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.